about. The FTF get married girl. Y'all been seeing this girl?
Thing. I've watched a little bit of it.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of hearing about this girl.
I had to tune in because I had to go, what's going on with this?
All right, this girl, she did, y'all tell me.
For her to make it to the Tamron Hall show.
She was on Good Morning America.
Wow.
It was like a 50-part series or something.
Yeah. Girl, which one you on? I'm on 50. I'm on 49.
FTF, Did I Marry? TikTok series goes viral after captivating viewers. First of all,
we have nothing to do but watch this.
I'm not going to hate on the girl. She
made some money. Give an overview so that I can be caught up and go, what's going on?
It says it's an extensive recount of her experience with a man she met online and married during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell the story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced a real pathological liar, she said in the introductory video, sharing that she's going to be truthful even if it makes her look bad.
Poor thing.
Okay? And it did. She looked stupid.
Yeah.
But that's fine. If you want to share your story.
She's open for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, that's not what I really want to talk about. Okay? The fact that she did a 50-part series and people actually sat through it. Okay, that's fine. That just means that we're bored and there's absolutely nothing else going on.
And that was during the pandemic, but there are people watching this now.
No, she did it now. She was with him during the pandemic.
Oh, I can see. You had made a good point about during the pandemic.
Oh, during the pandemic,
that's when
we was watching everything.
Because you're not watching the house.
Yeah, we was watching everything. Yeah, that's
but
different.
Now?
But anyway, some people actually sat and watched all 50 parts of it.
Okay.
Some people was like, it was worth it because it was it was a story. It's no different than looking at a movie or something.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. This is real. This is really reality.
Right. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, okay, you put your life out there. You saw everybody see how stupid you was. Because this guy was like pretending like he was on the phone, talking to his family, never called his family.
No.
Apparently has some psychological issue.
Buying a house.
Everything. Now, why would you marry somebody?
And they sold it.
Why would you marry somebody you never talk to their family on the phone, but he's always on the phone? When you at one time go, hey, let me talk to your mom or your brother or whoever. She's stupid.
Or go look
but that's fine
when he's in the washroom.
So just with the mess, this is the part I want to talk about. Just with the mess, on the Breakfast Club. Jess and hilarious.
Ooh.
She decided that she wanted to bring up this story about this woman with this 50-part thing.
She brought it up on the Breakfast Club.
On the Breakfast Club.
They ate her up.
Now, Charlamagne, he didn't know anything of what she was talking about, right? He was just listening to her talk about the story. And he didn't see it. So he don't know what the lady looked like or nothing. And he said, it sounds like big back something.
So he didn't know.
That she was fat.
He's never seen her, heard her.
No. He said that this story...
He already knew what she looked like.
This story sounds like big back behavior.
Oh, my God.
Okay?
Charlamagne, you funny.
Now, big back, we all know, is fat people. It's a fat person.
With a big back.
Big back. Okay. If you got a big back, you fat.
Is that what he calls fat women, though?
He must call it big back.
Like Lizzo big back?
I don't know.
Is that his name for fat women? Because some of big women don't have big backs.
No, if you fat, you got a big back.
No, you don't. Not all big women have big. Some women are big in the hips. Big
that's true. You're right.
He just did big back. That's just wrong, Charlamagne.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so... Well, when he said big back, the you know what hit the fan.
Oh, the big backs hit the fan.
The big back, all big back women went after him, including T.S. Madison, who's a transgender.
Now, what is T.S. Madison saying?
She's a big back transgender.
But she's never mind.
Saying they should punch. She was being funny though.
Okay.
Saying we all need to go punch him in the face for saying that. Then that caused her and Jess Hilarious, who already don't like each other, they started battling against each other again.
Oh, wow.
So that went on with the whole Jess Hilarious and T.S. Madison.
Like this
one big this woman's 50-part series created a whole thing.
It's just like Cat Williams and Monique.
Same thing.
Or they just need that little spark to get things going.
So I want to talk about her. She was on Tamron Hall and she was talking about how...
Where's she from?
I don't care. I don't know. She was talking about how...
from DC.
She was talking about how...
Being funny.
She was talking about how Charlamagne's big back comment hurt her feelings. So listen.
Poor thing. Talking about my weight. And so it's things like that that I'm like, Jesus, you know, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, you know, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I went through. So that was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality. Because again, I'm more than just my weight, like, and not to mention, I mean, you know, that it's hard. I do.
Okay. First of all,
he didn't say anything about you're deserving or not deserving.
Right.
He just thought for that story to happen, you must be desperate.
Well, let's talk about this, Lenore.
So,
so first of all, she said, she got mad about him talking about her big butt. Okay. This is the weakest generation,
low hanging fruit,
that I have ever seen in my life.
We have
gotten to the point now where you can't say anything about anybody,
even though it's truthful.
When you grew
it's just
up,
mean, I guess, to people.
If you were a fat kid, you was called fat.
Yeah, I was.
If you were short, you was called short.
Big ears.
If you were skinny, you was called skinny.
Big nose.
If you wore glasses, they called you Popeye.
Dark skin.
If you was dark, you was black. If
yellow,
you was light, you was
banana.
high yellow. All names.
Oh, help us. Skinny. They used to call what is this? What's her name on Popeye's?
Yes.
Olive oil.
First of all, quit taking stuff so personal.
Yeah.
You decided to go on and do a 50-part TikTok series talking about your life. You have a fat face.
Yeah.
I have a fat face.
Yeah.
She has a fat face.
Thank you. Can I say that myself, though? Why you got to point at me like that? Let me talk about my own.
With a small forehead. She has a small...
Don't you hate with somebody? Let me talk about my own imperfections here. I have a fat face with a small forehead.
But my whole head is fat.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So it fits everything.
But you know what? If we put ourselves out there, people even come back and you said they make comments about
if you're in the comment section. First of all, one person started off by saying, you two until the Huns from Star Wars needs to quit talking about people. Now, I didn't get mad.
I wish you told me that. That's funny. If you can come up with some good ones, I'm okay with that. Because
now it's low-hanging fruit. Yes, it is. It's low-hanging fruit.
I'm going to get a cramp.
But we'll go stand up.
I'm fine.
But the point is...
You didn't tell me somebody said that.
If you're going to go on here, people going to talk about you.
Yes.
Now, is it mean? Yes. But it is what it is. If you don't want people to talk about you, don't go on the internet.
Charlamagne called her big back.
Yeah. The second point of that, he didn't even know what she looked like.
Oh, wow.
But fat women, more than likely, are desperate.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired.
Not all. Okay.
There are women who have been able to break through with their fat selves.
Their esteem
the
level.
Stereotype.
Hey.
Okay?
No matter how big I am.
Now, I have never in my life had a problem with getting a man. Okay? And normally, back in the day, even before I got this size, now I'm just really big.
Right.
Most of the guys that I talked to never dated a heavy woman.
Right. You were probably the first that they talked to.
They just liked me.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, with that being said, that is not the normal.
Okay.
A lot of times people and it don't even have to be real fat. You could just have a big stomach or big hips or something.
Right, some oddness.
Most people put their self-esteem in the way they look. That's even skinny people. It doesn't matter whether you're fat, skinny, whatever. you put you're not supposed to, and it'd be nice if you can work past it, but you put your self-esteem in what you look like.
And then what people say.
Now,
with your look,
if you
should
are
be
fat,
or should not be.
The chances of you walking into an NBA game and walking across the floor and the NBA players stop and look,
like, whoa,
is slim to none.
Okay.
If I was betting,
slim pickings,
I wouldn't bet that they would even turn their head and look at you.
Oh my goodness.
Now, if you're Halle Berry,
okay,
and you walk across the basketball floor, there's going to be some basketball players that are going to turn and they're going to look.
Right.
People don't like, that's why they didn't like Kevin Samuels. He would say a lot of stuff that was stupid, in my opinion. That's the one that passed away.
Oh, the one that passed.
But some of the stuff he said was right. Yeah. You got to know,
like most
if you
men
are
would think.
A BMW
BMW.
or a Hyundai.
Or van. Station.
You can walk across, you can drive across that floor as a van with confidence up to the wall.
It has spoilers on and everything.
And that way you might pull somebody because they might like your confidence.
Yes, that's what they're attracted to.
Like I said, I dated guys who never dated heavy women, but they liked me. They liked my confidence. They liked who I thought I was.
Right.
But if you think for 1 second you're driving across that floor as a BMW and you're a fully loaded van with an extra tire on the back, and you think a guy that's 20 years old or 21, 22, making $400 million a year is going to knock his teammates over to get to you, that is, you ain't living in a delusional world.
Right.
So when Charlamagne said that sounds like big back behavior, he was absolutely correct.
And I'm
9 times out of 10. It doesn't mean skinny women don't get cheated.
Exactly,
they do. Yeah. It doesn't mean they don't get taken to the cleaners. They do. Yeah. It don't mean that they don't get scammed. They do. But a lot of times, the heavier women will put up with more than they would if they were skinny.
And it's probably true that the gentleman that took advantage of her
knew that.
He knew that. Yeah. That's
so they prey on these women.
Because even, let's just say for sake of argument, because on the news yesterday, it's so funny that you said that. A young lady, she was a white girl, dark brunette hair. She wasn't bad looking. You could tell she's had some cosmetic surgery with the nice lips and stuff. The newsman was talking to her. In fact, the guy that took advantage of her, he's been arrested. But they met online. They talked. They've been months talking and really develop a relationship like they were actually going to, get together and travel. Do you not know each time he asked her for money, she gave it to him? The news guy said, okay, how much have you given him total? And she said $75,000. The news guy, it was a black news guy. He said, did not a red flag come up even halfway in that money? She kept giving him money. He was a nice looking guy too. They both traded photos and she was supposed to go meet him. So she wasn't a fat back person.
Exactly.
She was attractive. But she was taken advantage of. So the guy fed on that.
So they look for things.
Yes.
One of the things they look for is heavy women.
Yeah.
That's one.
And see where your confidence level is.
That every heavy woman is desperate for a man.
Or that's
it just means that that's one of the things that they typically look for.
They gonna
unattractive women.
They read you and see.
Unattractive.
How far can I go with her?
They prey on unattractive women.
Right.
They prey on women who are single moms. If you are a single mom, you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't mean you're desperate.
Now,
it means that they prey on women that they feel will be put up with a lot because they need a lot from that person.
We got to see the other side of that too. There are nice looking women who prey on unattractive men.
Oh, of course.
With money.
Of course.
sugar daddies.
Yes.
So we do it on both
It's
sides.
on both sides.
It's just things you all differently look for.
Now, whenever they do get a Halle Berry, they prey on her.
Yeah.
Because she has a history of allowing men to step over her.
Wow.
We know some women who we think are beautiful.
Oh, God.
And they let men step all over them.
We sit back
and the men that step over them aren't even good looking.
I'm like, we've had people in our circle.
I'm like, I wouldn't even talk to that Negro.
They're attractive women. You even
low self-esteem.
You brought up the story of, well, you was being funny, pimping out two of our friends. You was being funny, but you shared that too. So you know what men are attracted to. So when we were trying to sell CDs, these two women were attractive and they were coming back not selling CDs. My sister said, take your coat off.
Yes.
Show a little skin. Those girls came back, they sold how many CDs after that?
Thank you.
She know what men are attracted to. So unfortunately, you used them. But it was all in fun.
Now, why would I put me out there?
Exactly. You said, I'm not
trying to sell some stuff.
I'm not going to show no leg because I want to put out there.
You guys are just delusional. I'm sorry. I know I can't go out on the corner and lift my skirt up and have men just crashing into the trees.
You may get a few chubby chasers.
I might get some.
You may get a few.
And that's another thing. I don't like chubby chasers.
You don't like chubby chasers. And I told you there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't like men who like big women. Isn't that funny?
They have a preference.
No,
they like thick women. And what's wrong with that?
Unless they're not
perverted.
There's a difference between being thick and being fat.
If they're not perverted, though. But they can be a preference. They like thick legs and big arms and big chests.
No. There's a difference with liking a thick woman and liking a real big 600-pound woman.
Real big woman.
That's not normal. I'm sorry.
So she's
But you can like the woman and she could happen to be 600 pounds.
Right.
But you're not trying to like that.
So I don't understand. Like,
and she gonna die. You like her dying? You want to help her, get her healthy and stuff.
So I don't understand going back to this lady. That really hurt her feelings.
Hurt her feelings. You heard her.
Yeah.
Because he called her a big bag.
And he hadn't even seen her.
Charlamagne came back today and apologized.
Oh, good for him.
He said, I'm not in the habit of trying to hurt people's feelings. He apologized.
Good.
But he leaned into what I just said.
Wow.
He said, I apologize if what I said made you feel, bad or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I can't take back what I'm saying. Yeah. What he's saying was true.
That's what he understands.
Normally, that is big back behavior.
Yeah. Usually when you hear a story like this girl's story, 50, how many scenes? How many? 50?
Normally times, if you hear somebody tell a story, if I never
eyes.
even saw her, I would say, I bet you she fat.
Yeah. That's sad.
And it could come back. Somebody can say, no, she's not.
Oh, okay. Then you'll go with the next one. Is she unattractive?
No, she's beautiful.
Ooh, then she got low self-esteem.
Has she been abused in the past?
Yeah, like a doormat
spirit.
Her
other boyfriends used to beat her
up.
You
go down the road.
You go down the road.
You start with
Is she a single mom? Does she have kids and trying to look for a father?
Real lonely.
Something.
Yeah.
Is she lonely?
You go down your checklist. And then if she's nice looking, you're like, okay, there's something else not right.
Is she a Christian?
And let somebody take advantage of
Is she a Christian and she want a Christian man?
Yeah.
Half of these men be in church are ugly. And if they was out in the club, nobody would talk to them.
Nobody.
But at church, they Denzel Washington, for God's sakes. Because nobody else is there. It's only 5 men in the whole church. So of course he looks like Denzel Washington.
Well, that's why I was telling you I was telling you about that one show that I was watching, the Singles Talk. Are women ready to go outside of their ethnicity, their ethnic group, to meet somebody? When Tamron
depends on who it is.
Tamron had Lonnie Love on there with her new man.
It depends. If you want to, go ahead.
Be open for other
I agree.
race of people.
But I'm not. I love chocolate men, so.
Okay. Go ahead with her.
I love black men.
Was that all you were going to bring up? It's just what
That's
Charlamagne
it. I'm just sick of her.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of her being on everything, and I'm tired of people talking about this. Let her get her 15 minutes of fame with her fat self and get out of here. Now, if she wants to do something with it, then I'll agree.
Maybe she'll take awareness.
Do something.
Yeah.
Do something with that 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
And then I don't mind seeing you. But I don't want to see you on any more talk shows talking about how your feelings was hurt because somebody said you had a big bag. You do have a big bag.
That's just wrong.
She act like he said something wrong. I would like if somebody came on and said he said I was ugly, then I would be mad.
Okay.
How dare you say I'm ugly?
Right.
You can say I got a big bag, but don't call me
He
ugly.
didn't say ugly, though.
He didn't say ugly. He said she had a big bag.
That's just wrong.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Christopher says, why have they put her on TV? Emerald says some things he said was right, but it was his delivery that really bothered me.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why he apologized.
Yeah.
Emerald says, plus he made it seem like older women were thrown away because we were past our prime. And I feel like that is totally negative and wrong to dispense that information. Justice says it's not about what you look like. People are attracted to people who make them feel good about themselves. And she's not going to have a problem finding a man now becoming famous. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be chasing her.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's guys who's not even going to chase her because she's famous. They might look at her and say, I like her.
Mm-hmm.
I like what she looks like. I like her hair. I like how she's put together.
Like a real nice
she seems
woman.
like a nice woman. I want a nice woman. Mm-hmm. For her to put all of that energy into a nut job, man, I imagine a man treating her right and she puts that same energy into him.
Now, who was it that said, was it Chris that asked why is she on there? Because she's viral.
Because she's viral.
That's what I've been telling my sister. I've been looking at people's Facebook postings talking about this girl.
Yes.
And I said, let me chime in. Who is this WTF?
Right.
What Mary thing? And I'm like,
so do something with it and then I'm fine with it. But I don't want to see any more of her.
Reality show for real.
No more going on shows talking about how you mad that Charlamagne called you a big bag.
Yeah.
You are.
Right.
And another thing too. Now, big bag, I don't really like. I'd rather have you just say she a big girl. But calling somebody a big bag to me sounds like a gorilla.
Oh, some other kind of animal. Like the humpback whale.
Yeah, it sounds like an animal name.
Hunchback whale.
So that is true. You could come up with something else, Charlamagne.
Charlamagne.
Big back is like gorilla.
Or some other kind of humped over animal. I don't know. That's his word.
But that's his word.
I'm sure a lot
and
of
he
people
has
got their own little
and people came and talked about him. They talked about him having a milk dud head.
He don't
and
care.
stuff.
He don't care.
And he's short. He the only person I know stand up and he the same height as when he's sitting down.
That's wrong.
When Charlamagne stands up from the chair, I still think he's sitting down.
But it don't matter because his wife and his wife are.
And he don't care.
Just like Kurt Franklin. We tease Kurt Franklin for his height.
Kurt Franklin is about
good with his
4
wife.
foot tall.
And she's 3'9". They look cute together.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You think he hasn't heard that he's short?
Oh God, all the time.
So then leave it alone.
But yeah, the bottom line is she put her business out. She's gonna get feedback here and there. Here's the thing, and you can go on to the next one. It's for me, I thought she would be more concerned with not the fact that somebody called her big back because she is fat.
Right.
But if they call her anything mentally, like what's wrong with her? Is she crazy? Is she stupid? Is she desperate?
Well, she was all that
anything.
too.
Well, I'm just saying,
right.
That's where you really get like,
Yes.
But you are heavy.
Yeah.
So that's just a bad term he called you. But he automatically thought she's heavy.
But she's not tacky or nothing. She looks
a nice looking girl.
Yes. Her hair is nice. Her clothes is nice.
She learns from this and grow. Ooh,
so
somebody need to get a hold of her and just hopefully minister to her. Because she don't do this again.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. But she does dress like you. You would wear something like that with that shirt.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm older now.
Okay.
I wouldn't wear that.
Okay.
I'm comfy. She don't look comfortable.
I don't know why fat people why do fat people wear tight stuff?
Like she look like she can't just be free.
Yeah, I gotta be free. I'm sorry. I don't want to be. You fat already.
Yeah.
And you wear it's already skinny people wear tight stuff.
I like flowing things.
But you fat and you already uncomfortable being fat. And
I don't want nothing tight on me.
Yeah.
Let it flow.
All
I
right.
like linen and nice wide pants with some, of course, elastic waistband. But go ahead.
You wear regular waistbands.
No, I don't.
Not anymore.
I'm older now.
Oh.
And since I've had this illness, those muscles
because I used to crack on
weak.
you.
I've had so many surgeries.
I used to be like,
I can't do tight no
I used
more.
to crack on you. Be like,
I'll do jeans.
Welcome to the world of elastic.
No, I do jeans, and the jeans may be a little bigger, but I do elastic now. I'm in
used
an
to wear a
elastic
belt.
world like
you. Still do a belt?
No, I can't even fit my belts. I had this one belt I got. It had a lot of rhinestones on it. I could have been like Beyonce with a little cowboy hat and a rhinestone belt. I can't even fit that.
But you don't even see the rhinestones. That's why.
I wore that belt when I was in my treatment, and I had lost a lot of weight, so I felt happy to wear it then.
I'm just saying,
although I was sick.
Right.
But go ahead.
Okay. But if you wear a belt and you don't see it.
I don't wear belts.
No, I'm saying when people fat and they wear a belt, you don't see it.
I used to. Yeah.
Why wear the belt? Nobody's seeing the rhinestone.
I had a little bit of waist, even though I was heavy.
And fat people are shaped different.
Yeah, we are.
Some fat people have a skinny waist and they can wear stuff like that.
Or some of them have a big stomach, so you got to know your limitations.
Know your limitations.
And one size does not fit all.
No, it doesn't.
Come on, big women. Come on, fluffy ladies.
All right. Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you already